What's good, guys? It's Ron's Rides, and surrounded by a sea of Alfa Romeos is the 2019 Maserati Ghibli GranSport S. So this is the GranSport S that I showed you guys the 20-inch Teseo wheels on. If you guys want a nice detailed look at those, I do have a video that I'll link at the end. But this is that car. Finally getting it out to you guys. It's been so crazy. I got 2019 everything now. 2019 Alphas are coming in, so I got a lot coming to you, so I had to find time to get this out too as well. So here we are. I'm going to start things a little differently than I do before. Normally I start off with a lot about the car, but you guys love Maserati. A lot of you guys love Maserati because of the sound. So I'm going to start this video off with some exhaust clips. You know, why not start it off right by making some noise? So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you accelerations. I'm going to give you accelerations to start in normal mode, and then acceleration in sport mode, and then acceleration in sport manual mode. So you're going to hear those right off the bat. I'm just going to give it to you straight shot. I'll label which one's which, but let's hear what this has to offer now. Hopefully you guys like the clips of that exhaust. Like I said, I started it off a little different with the noise. So to get you guys excited about the car, you got some exhaust accelerations from the GranSport. Now, like I said, everybody knows Maserati for their sound. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty and talk more about this 2019 Ghibli S. So you're looking at the GranSport model of the Ghibli S here. That gives you the GranSport front bumper, the color matched side skirts, and the rear bumper in the GranSport trim. This Ghibli is done in the exterior color of Grigio with the interior in Nero and Rosso red stitching. With this Ghibli, you're looking at a twin turbo 3-liter V6 with 424 horsepower. A good way to tell is you have that blue shield there. If that shield was in silver, it'd be 335 or 345 horsepower. Now the 424 horsepower comes from the S and SQ4 models. S being the rear-wheel drive and SQ4 being the all-wheel drive. So you're looking at the bigger power plant since this is an S model. You also get with this Ghibli Skyhook adaptive suspension. You get the drilled rotors with the S or SQ4 models, which are performance brakes. Big red calipers with the Maserati insignia in white, and the 20-inch Teseo wheels that are new for 2019. That looks really good, wrapped in the Pirelli P0 tires. Not a bad look, not a bad combo. These are the dark Teseo wheels. You can also get them in silver. It's an extra $300 option to get them in the dark when you upgrade on this model. This specific GranSport comes with the driver assistance package, which you're gonna see in the big trident there. That's $1,590 US. Comes with stuff like the adaptive cruise control, forward collision warning, lane departure warning, advanced BAS, and a surround view camera. Now this Grigio paint, which the sun is failing to show off because it's non-existent at the moment, is an extra $925. You also get stuff like the cold weather package, which is $550, the hands-free power trunk, which is $490. You also get the driver assistance package, as we told you, and you get stuff like the 20-inch dark Teseo wheels, which is an extra $300. But that's not it. For $1,990, you also get the upgraded Bowers & Wilkins surround system. Now you're upgrading from the Harman Kardon system. So if that's not enough power for you, you can pay an additional $19.90 for the Bowers & Wilkins. You also get the natural drilled leather with the sport seats. Now the natural drilled leather, full natural drilled leather, is $2,690. Now with the sport, or GranSport should I say, you'll get these sport seats. You also get the sport steering wheel. A much sleeker design. I wish all Maseratis, to be honest, had this steering wheel. And even if you did the Gran Lusso with this steering wheel with the trim insert in the steering wheels like they have now on the standard ones, I would do that. But this steering wheel just looks so good. It really flows with the Maserati Trident, and I'm a big fan of the perforated leather on the sides as well. Gives it that sportier look. The full carbon fiber steering wheel will have the carbon fiber trim pieces on each side. It'll also have the carbon fiber in the interior where the leather is, and on the top where the leather is as well. That looks amazing as well. Wouldn't look good as on this specific model because it does have the black piano wood trim. Also with that sport package, you're gonna get the aluminum pedals just to make things a little bit sportier and a little bit, you know, more dressed up. And I really like the pedals too. I think if it's just the rubber, it's a little cheap, or it looks cheap, shall I say. So I really dig the pedals with the sport package. Now let's start the 2019 Maserati GranSport S in sport mode by pressing the start button twice, turn everything on, press the sport button in so it is now illuminated, foot on the brake, and now you get that beautiful, beautiful V6 growl that you don't get in many V6s at all. Now I had to start it because it is Florida, it is hot. So I wanted to give myself a little cool air while I showed you the interior of the car. You know about this already, you have to. If you guys have been looking up the 19 models and the redesign, you gotta know by this. I've been explaining it in several videos that include 2019 Maseratis, on like the Levante I did, on the Quattroporte I did one specifically just on this. So I'm not gonna go too in depth, but this is the new layout for 2019 as far as the cup holders and shifter goes. 8-speed ZF transmission, so you're looking at the German transmission in this, and it looks a lot like the German transmission as far as BMW goes. It's very sleek, very slick, and it's a 2-track system. So you're looking at your first track here, and you move it over to the left, your manual there, you're looking at your second track there. Right here you have drive, you have neutral, and you also have reverse, and then you have park right up top. Same thing as you would see in the BMWs, same thing as you would see in the Alphas. It's just Maserati's way of doing it. Really nice touch is the leather shift boot around here. Makes it feel like it's a real manual shifter, you know, with the leather shift boot and the gated shifter. Makes it feel nice, makes it look nice. I just think there was a good all-around package with the cup holders as well. With the nice trim, definitely get it protected because you are going to be, you know, in this area a lot. It's going to be a high traffic area. So with that said, you don't want to be scratching this beautiful black piano wood, trying to put your cup holders there, your keys here, your phone here. So you definitely want to make sure that this is protected. Do some kind of clear bar over that because this looks very, very nice. A lot nicer than they have looked in the past. A lot of people do like the older system with the door or with the spare space for runoff. I do like this look. I'm not sure if it functions as well, but it does look phenomenal. Traction off, hold that down, and you gotta pray for dear life. Auto start button, which is new instead of manual, since the manual is on the gear select. Auto start button there. Ice, increase efficiency mode. You don't just drive it when there's ice outside. It's ice, it's increased efficiency. So your good gas mileage is gonna come from that. Your sport mode, which we've already been in, that opens up those valves right away, and you're getting that Maserati roar. And then your adaptive skyhook suspension here is going to be crucial when you're trying to really push the car. Right there, sport suspension on. You see it there. And then you can turn it right off there as well. Your electric parking brake is here. Your toggles for your Maserati touch control, 8.4-inch screen is here as well. Your volume for your radio is here. Shortcut buttons there as well. You do have extra storage here to put anything, you know, keys or whatever you might want to put in there, gum. And then you have your center armrest here with a couple of very small, you wouldn't even use those kind of cup holders. And then you do have under there your 12-volt plug-in as well. Can you see it? Can you see it? There it is. So you do have that outlet as well, but this is mainly for space as well, to stow things in. Nice leather feel to it. Looks really good, feels good. Function, be careful with your button. Just don't mess up the springs that are under here, because if you guys watch my video, It's $1,100 to fix if it's out of warranty. So yeah, don't break your button. Little hidden storage compartment under here for your cell phone. Nice little neat trick, right? Cell phones these days are getting quite large. Not sure how large of a phone that fits, but it is there to fit your phone and kind of tuck it away, because no texting and driving, kids. Be safe. SD card plug in there, USB plug in there, aux cable plug in there. If you don't use any of that stuff, it's out of your way, out of sight, out of mind. You do have your AC controls here, up for heat, down for coolness. You do your max, rear, auto. You can do your HVAC controls there as far as your tracking vents, whichever way you want them to go. You can change the wind speed by going down here or going up to increase the wind speed there. And then you have your automatic there mode, max AC. If you're just in the hot Florida summer like I normally am, and you're trying to hit that max AC to get it cold right away, you can do it that way. Maserati touch control system, nothing too fancy as far as graphics goes, but gets the job done and gives you all of your shortcuts right down at the bottom. You can drag and drop now. So if I want to drag this, I can drop it to a new place there. So now you see that I took it from there and put it there, which is really cool. And that's for the heated steering wheel, if you didn't know what that insignia was. But you have your app manager, climate, controls, driver heat, driver vent, heated wheel, which I just dropped down, media, mute, nav, phone, privacy lock, passenger heat, and I can go over to the next one, and now I got passenger vent, radio, rear shade, which just does have a rear vent shade you can put up and down from the screen. Turn your screen off, surround camera, because this comes with the driver assistance package, travel link, which is good for any kind of traveling, fuel prices, movie listings, weather, stuff that's important, sports I saw in there, stuff that's important, start stop mode, which you have on your screen, but you also have your quick button that we press down here, and your user guide. But you can drag anything down here that you use on a daily basis just to keep it right there for you, so you don't have to go searching for it. Or if you want to go to the home screen, just press the Maserati insignia, which, oh, hold on, sorry. I have to go back. Now I'm on the home screen, but say if I go into climate, and then I press the Maserati insignia, now I'm back on the home screen. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Got your weather, got your direction as far as your compass goes, got your temperature on each side, got which radio station we're on, and the current time we're at. On the door of this GranSport, you do have your black piano wood trim with your aluminum trim and the aluminum door handle to come along the side here. You also have that Bowers & Wilkins nice big speaker there, showing you that you pay a little bit more for that sound system and sounds important to you. You do also have your leather here along the window switch controls, and you do have your leather up top with the NATO stitching as well on the top or upper part of the door. Now you do have your window controls there, right here, all four windows. You do have your mirror controls there. Okay, if you press this button in the middle, it will fold your mirrors in. So that's just the automatic button to do so there. And then if you want to change your mirrors around, you press the L to move them around on the left, the R to move it around on the right. You also do have your window lock there, and you do have your unlock and lock buttons for the doors. What I do like about this Bowers & Wilkins system is the nice trim around the speaker, and it matches right up top here. That just looks really sharp. Adds some more detail to the door. The door actually looks how it's supposed to look, very nice. A nice new quilted pattern with the 19s here, with the stitching. It's just a nice leather insert here, and it gives it some, you know, a little bit more styling by just putting more stitching in there. Gives it a little bit more class. I really dig that about how this is set up. Now throughout the pillars and the headliner is Alcantara, nice soft feel. You do have that in all Maserati models, unless you get the Gildo Zinnia package, which is the silk. Then you'll have your headliner running through silk. You'll have your seats insert silk, and you'll also have your door insert silk. Your pillars will be the only things Alcantara. But with this model, everything as far as the headliner and the doors are Alcantara. You do have your manual shade for your sunroof there, and you can open up your sunroof with the buttons right up top here. So you would press this, and let's see if we can zoom in on that. Press your, let's get the focus. All right, that's the button right there. So I'm gonna press that and put it back that far. That's as much as you're getting, which is plenty. It's definitely more geared towards the front seat drivers, but you can get a little bit of air and, you know, feel right there in the back seat. What it really does is opens up the natural light that is going through, and it kind of illuminates this beautiful interior. And when you do have a Maserati interior, you want to see it, right? So I think that's what the sunroof really does for this thing. You do have your controls here for the speedometer. So if I want to go through the menus of the speedometer, what I would do is press these up and down. If I want to enter in any of those menus, I would press this in. If I want to go back to the next, or the previous menu, shall I say, I would press this back here. So if I want to scroll through, which I just did to tire pressure, I'm going to scroll through the drive mode, which we're in sport, our driver assistance package, there's that lane departure there, fuel economy, our trip, our start stop mode, which you can also do here, and you also have your radio with your stored messages and your vehicle settings, and back to your main menu that shows your speed. I normally keep it on this because yes, it's nice having the nice manual analog gauges, but I do like to see my digital speed. Sometimes I just don't want to focus too much on how fast I'm going and just see it right in front of me. You do have your time and date up here, which you can change. If you're wondering why there's one on one side and one on the other, it seems pretty redundant. You can change different things up here by going through the menu, and you can go to your vehicle settings and it will show everything as far as what you can change it to. So now I'm in vehicle settings. So see, now I can change the different things that are on that cluster. So we'll do screen setup here, and then we'll say upper left. So we'll change it from time and date to, let's see, they could do the range there. You can do your average miles per gallon. Look at the top left if you guys can see it. Current MPGs, trip distance, or you can have nothing up there at all. You can also have a compass or the outside temperature. So now as you can see, it's 97 degrees here in Florida midway through October. This is why I had to start the car. So we'll keep it on temperature. I pressed that button inside, and you see that it saved it. So I just pressed it in, and that's enter. And now I'm back to my settings, but I want to go back. I want to get out of this. So press back, and there I am, back to vehicle settings. So now I want to go back, and there we go. I just changed it over. Not too bad, right? Your controls for your radio are on the back of the car. You can control the volume and the station of the radio on each side of the steering wheel. So the steering wheel here, you have your up and down button here, and on this side, I'm not sure how well we can see it. Can you guys see it? The up and down button there as well. You can change your station, you can change your volume controls and stuff like that. Just very handy, so you don't have to take your hands off of the wheel. And then on the left hand side, you have your cruise control set here, and then you have your driver assistance package, like your highway assist and your distance for your cruise control. It's really nice to have the driver assistance packages because everybody's worried about safety. So this has stuff like that, blind spot and all that kind of stuff, because everybody wants this stuff in their car. They want to feel safe driving them. You do have your big old paddle shifters right here for your downshifting on your left hand side and your upshifting on your right hand side. You can also use the gear select here to shift. So put it in the drive here. You can move it up to downshift and back to upshift on this side. So you don't always have to use the paddles. If you don't have them, you don't necessarily need them, but you can use them if you wanted to. Instead of using this, you can use that as well. On this side of the vehicle, I have what I call your license and registration pocket. This is a nice little pocket to, you know, speed in your Maserati, get pulled over, and pull out your license or registration here in the US or whatever you may need overseas for documentation for the authorities. So I always tell people that I sell these cars, just do it. It's a crazy world we live in today. You don't want to be fumbling around looking for your license and registration. This is a good pocket for it, just in case you get caught having a little too much fun in your Mazzy. You do have your lighting over here as well. You have your auto, you have your off, you have your LED DRL running lights, and then you have everything, headlights, full, all of it. Headlights, tail lights, you name it. So I'm gonna put it to auto there. You also have fog lights, which in the rear of the car, in the tail light, there's a little section closest to the trunk that will light up once you push these in, and it will be your fog light. There's no fog lights in the front. These are only rear fog lights. You do have your dimmers here throughout the car on the speedometer and throughout the dome light, and you do have your engine start stop button, which I wish a little bit more was dressed up, you know, kind of like the Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio Giulias or Stelvios, where it's done in red. I do wish they put a little bit more emphasis on this, because when you press this thing and this car comes to life, it's just something else. And you kind of want that big initiation switch. Like when I press this, like I'm making some noise. So it's very subtle, very tame. I wish there was a little bit more to it, but I'm okay with it. Now, talking about the rear of the Ghibli, in the back seat, you get the same exact setup on the door besides the window switches as you do in the front. So you obviously have more control of your window switches there, but you still get the same nice speaker setup, the same aluminum trim with the black piano wood, and the same nice design with the Nero stitching and the black stitching on the Nero leather. It looks really good, complements the front just as much as it does the rear. Let's step in the rear of the Ghibli. Now, you do have the nice bucket seats as well, the sport seating in the rear. Looks good, and it's gonna feel good because I've sat in the back of these before and they're really comfy. They kind of shape to you. They kind of don't hug you and grab you, but they kind of form fitting to your body, which is really nice because it's a very universal feel. You know, you can be most of any size and still get comfort out of this. It's not just for skinny people, it's just not for larger people, it's for everyone, which is very nice. Now, this is something that I don't normally see, and this is your heated seats in the rear. You also have your vent shade button back here as well, which is really cool. So this is something that is very new to me, that you can do your heated seats right here for the passenger rear and the passenger or driver rear. You can do your heated seats there, and you can also do your vent shade. Now it just went down by me pressing that button. Press it again. There it is, vent shade in the rear. Press it again, and it's down. Really cool that you can just control it from the buttons right here. I like that they do have these buttons, but the materials around it, it's gotta look just like the doors do and match the material quality. Everything here is plastic. You do have like the kind of aluminum look here, but like give me some of that black piano wood and some leather and stuff to match everything here. You have these nice functions, but give me the materials to go with it and I'll be happy. You do right down here have the new setup for the cup holders. Normally you have the doors. Now they have the new cup holders to match the new cup holder layout up front, which looks so much cleaner. It's simple, it's clean to the point, and it doesn't look as cheap. And then right here, you can pull this leather piece up here and you have extra storage there as well. Not any extra USB cables, which is kind of a bummer. You know, nice chrome and leather here, but you're not getting, you know, the functionality of being able to charge anything here at all. It's just your buttons there. So I wish that that was a little bit more functional, and maybe they could have gave us that USB charging here. But for now, this is what we got, and we got to deal with it. For the 2019 Ghibli GranSport, you're looking at 17.66 square feet of cargo space. Now I can open up the trunk via the key fob, the button under the Maserati insignia, or from inside of the car as well. So I'm going to use the trunk release here, tap this twice, and there we have it. Now you guys know that you can fold down the seats in the Maserati Ghibli, so that's not much of a problem. There's some plastic back there from the car being new, and it just never was picked up, so I'll grab that. But you're looking at 60-40 seats. 60% of the seat will fold down on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, which is the passenger side, 40% will fold down that way. You do get back here underneath your spare tire, your inflate kit, and your front license plate bracket for the states who do need the front license plate, or for anyone in Europe who needs front license plates. You also have your battery tucked away back here. You also have your cargo net on the side here with your 12-volt plug-in. I wish they actually had a cargo net on this side because it's kind of indented, like it's there for something, but then it's not. So I don't know exactly if they were just trying to make it look like this one, but at the same time, maybe put another cargo net, maybe put another 12-volt plug-in, because it looks like wasted space. It's like what really fits there without falling out, to where this has the cargo net to keep things in. My opinion, but you know, you get the gist. Underneath, you do have your license plate light tucked in right here by your rear backup camera. I did change out my license plate lights. It's really easy, and I did a video on it way back when. I've done it on both of my Ghiblis. You just take a flathead screwdriver, pop this out, take the light bulb out, and pop the new one in, and then push it back in just like that, and it's all locked in. You can get the LEDs online. I got mine on eBay. I think they even used a picture of my old Ghibli as like a car to you know, promote it with, because I took a picture of mine. It's the exact same picture in my garage. So if you guys do look up that video, I think I have 2 videos or 1 or something of this. So if you guys want to change your license plate lights out to full LEDs, you can do that as well. You do have your button there to close the trunk. You can just close it with this button or close it and lock it with this button. You cannot lock your key fob in the car, okay? So there's a fail safe there. I'm gonna take my key fob, I'm gonna throw it in there, I'm gonna press lock, and then you guys are gonna see that I have my hand on the camera and my other hand out. It's gonna flash twice, and then it's gonna raise it up saying, "You dummy, don't put your key fob in there." The sun has come back out for a second, so I can show you this paint job. That's what I was waiting for. Grigio paint, looks really good. Look at the sparkle, the metallic in it. You do have your full matrix LED headlights, which I did a full video on these, and the different functionality between the bi-xenon headlights. Check that out. You do have your nice GranSport front fascia here. Big side intake here with the nice grille done in black, and your front lip done in black with the GranSport, with the black trim around the intakes on both sides. It's a lot more aggressive look with the GranSport feel. I really dig it because I like the sportier models. You do, with any Gran Lusso or GranSport Ghibli or Quattroporte, will have the body match to paint side skirts with the GranSport or Gran Lusso tag, this being the GranSport. Looks really good. I dig it. And the rear, which is probably one of my favorite parts, because I ran it in raid for years how Maserati should change the rear. In 2018 and 2019, they gave us this beautiful GranSport rear with the super aggressive back exhaust, the honeycomb grille, not functional around it. They did change the reflectors to be skinnier to kind of wrap more around the exhaust, and they did make them a little bit longer. And the rear diffuser being done in gloss black for the GranSport models as well. It's just a beautiful combination. We're gonna sit back and admire it for a couple of seconds. Yeah, beautiful. I would love to see that carbon fiber wing, but I have a video coming for you guys pretty soon that I think you're gonna like. So the Ghibli S GranSport for 2019 starts with a base price of $85,280 US. But this specific model is $95,400 US. Fuel economy on this is 16 city and 24 highway. The curb weight to your Ghibli is 3,990 pounds, significantly less weight than the Quattroporte, its bigger brother. Have 196 inches in length, 77 inches in width, and 58 inches in height. Your Pirelli P0 tires up front are going to be P245/40 R20s, and your rears are going to be P285/35 R20s. Now with that 424 horsepower, you're looking at a top speed of 178 miles per hour with a 4.9 second 0 to 60 and a max torque at 406 foot-pounds of torque. Rear wheel drive because this is an S model. So what do you guys think of this? As always, gotta show the sticker because you guys can't take my word for it. Always gotta double check. MSRP to start, $85,280. We're down to $95,400. I'm gonna give you a quick overview of the specs. All the good stuff that I could not fit in this video for time purposes, and the additional options with the fuel economy. And you do have your destination charges there. 4 years, 50,000 mile bumper to bumper on your warranty. So hopefully you guys enjoy this content today and this style. I kind of changed it up a little bit on my format of how I did it, but wanted to do something a little different and not redundant. So I started off with the driving and then explained the car more. But hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully you enjoyed the car. If you did, you guys know that I am doing a specific number and website for you guys to check out the car. So down below is the number to call me directly at the dealership here and get in contact with me. If you're interested in this car, want to come down and see it in person, want to test drive it, anything like that, just hit me up, call me on that number. I also have a specific website that goes straight through our website as well. It's a page on there that you can get directly in contact with me, because I know you guys have been asking how to reach me. You can check all that stuff in the links below to see how you can get a hold of me. We do ship these cars for $700-800 nationwide, so anywhere in the States. If you guys are trying to get a hold of this, definitely come get a hold of me. Let me know what you think. That's why I want to show off the inventory, just to help people get into these cars. And if it's the perfect spec for you, I definitely want to get it to you. So with that said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below. What's your favorite part about this GranSport? Also, I want to know, do you think it's too pricey for what you get? Or do you think the price is just right? Support the channel by liking the video, commenting, subscribing. I got 2019 Alphas on the way, all that good stuff. If you're into the Maseratis, we do have more Maserati content coming. This is not where it stops. So with that said, you guys be blessed. Thanks for supporting the channel. I appreciate you guys so much. Check the links in the description, social media, all that good stuff, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.